Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Breaking news for you. Getachew Reda, Tigray interim president says his life is in danger. Secondly, he responded to a question about Eritrean deal with Saudi Arabia, asking Saudi Arabia to invest in Assab. I did a video on that a few days ago. I said that Eritrea made an offer to Saudi Arabia. Several viewers back then dismissed my story as false. Now, an international news outlet uh, posed a question to Getachew Reda about it. Getachew talked about secession of Tigray too. He talked about Assab relations. Very candid views Getachew expressed, I believe, in this video. Details for you in this video. Before that, an announcement. After around 90 minutes, I'll be back with this week's first live chat. Getachew is dropping some bombshells, big revelations by him. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about some military movements on Ethiopia and Eritrea sides. In the last few days, we've received some reports. Let's start, viewers. Getachew Reda is in Dubai. He went to Dubai a few days ago. We heard that from there he went to Bangkok too, but he is in Dubai now. In Dubai, he gave an interview to Jim Stanman for Bird Story Agency. He expressed his views in a very candid manner about PM Abiy of Ethiopia, President Asseb of Eritrea, and TPLF. I think he might have pulled his punches a few months ago when he was in power. Now he knows that his career in Tigray as a politician is over, and partly Abiy is to blame for that too. That is why I think he criticized Abiy as well indirectly in his interview. His views about Abiy were very candid, very honest. What did he say? Firstly, he said that he's still the president of Tigray. He's signing the documents in the capacity of Tigray interim president, which is correct because no one has been appointed in his place, but he's a president in exile, you can say. He has no real power. He's only a signing authority. Basically, he has no influence in Tigray. Secondly, he talked about TPLF. He criticized TPLF a lot, saying that TPLF is responsible for the continued suffering of Tigrayans. If IDPs could not return to their homes, TPLF is responsible. TPLF only wants to protect its hegemony, its monopoly on power. He said that Pretoria could not be implemented. Why? Because TPLF has been against it. TPLF sees Pretoria as an agreement which stripped TPLF of its monopoly on power. So TPLF, that is why, has not been interested in implementing Pretoria. It has been in secret talks with federal government to remove him. He said that he was an outsider in TPLF. Out of 5 top leaders of the party, he was an outsider. Which 5 leaders? Debretsion, Alem, Gebrewahed, Mongerino, maybe Getachew SFR, and 5th one, Getachew Reda. By saying that he was an outsider means that he was not from the circle, the power circle, and not from the area too. Getachew is from southern Tigray. I think none of them is from southern Tigray. Neither Debretsion, Mongerino, Alem, Getachew SFR, none of them is from, I think, southern Tigray. He was an outsider ethnically, and in terms of past record as well. People like Mongerino fought during wars too. Getachew never participated in armed struggle. He joined TPLF late, I think, after the armed struggle. He was not part of those leaders which fought during the fight against the Turks. I think he was mentioning those leaders, those 5 leaders who are top, who are senior most, or who are the most influential ones in TPLF. All of them fought during Derg era. He was not one of them. Definitely, he joined TPLF after the downfall of after the fall of Dergs. He talked about secession too. He said TPLF is supportive of central government, federal government, strong federal government, only if it has the ability to control the center. If it has no share in power in Addis Ababa, no influence there, perhaps a secessionist movement could start in Tigray. Tigray could go for secession, which perhaps is not what is going to be grounded in reality, but such a secessionist movement could start because TPLF wants to control Addis. Not possible now, then it might go for secession. Big claim by Getachew. Then he talked about Eritrea. Assab-Asseb relations. He said when the two countries reconciled in 2018, Asseb saw Abiy as an ambitious leader who can be manipulated, who can be controlled. While Abiy wanted to use Asseb for his own interests. So that relationship was bound to, it was doomed to fail. And that is what happened. Today, Eritrea is manipulating TPLF, Tigray leaders, using them against the federal government of Ethiopia. And lastly, he responded to a question about Isaias Afwerki's engagement with Saudi Arabia. A video a few days ago, I told you that Isaias Afwerki sent a special message to Saudi rulers offering them to invest in Assab. That move was made to stop Ethiopian claims and ambitions to gain access to Assab port. The reporter asked this question, that there are reports that Isaias Afwerki is inviting Saudis to invest in Assab. He said that he was not privy to such details, but it's very likely, he said, that this is how these governments in the Horn of Africa have been operating. And other Gulf countries could also be drawn into this issue. So in a way, indirectly, he confirmed that there could be Saudi collaboration over Assab to keep Ethiopia away from Assab. Importantly, he talked about his safety too. He said that he has real concerns about his safety in Tigray, not in Ethiopia, in Tigray. What does it mean? Well, last month he announced to return to Tigray after his escape from Mekelle. He gave an interview to the BBC, I think, and in that interview he said that he will soon return to Mekelle. Though I said he will never return, he fled Mekelle, he escaped, and he managed to escape. He could have been arrested too. He managed to escape because he was protected by dozens of armed men. His security guards protected him. He managed to reach the airport, Mekelle airport. Airport was under federal forces control, so he managed to board a flight for Addis Ababa. I said he will never return. And this is what has been confirmed now. Getachew's life, whether it's in danger or not, he won't return to Tigray. Maybe he's using it as a plea. He knows he cannot return to Tigray. So he's making up an excuse that since my life is in danger, it could be in danger in Tigray. That is why I'm not returning to Tigray. The question was is, he left his supporters at the mercy of Tigray People Liberation Front, Tigray security forces. Aren't their lives in danger as well? What about Birhane Ghebreyesus, the Mekelle mayor, he pointed? What about other leadership? Getachew supportive in Tigray. Aren't their lives in danger too? Getachew left them at the mercy of the other side. So what will they do now? Obviously, they'll either free Tigray or they'll change sides. They will change sides. They cannot, I think, now operate in an opposition capacity to TPLF or Tigray military. So I don't think his life is in danger, but he's making up an excuse so that he would be able to justify his escape from Makal. Overall, he summed up by saying that TPLF's days are over. Youth should step in. They should be given the chance to lead the Tigray region. But TPLF is bent on regaining power and regaining its influence in Addis Ababa, and that could lead to secessionist movement in Tigray. Eritrea is fueling this conflict by backing TPLF. Thank you for watching.